Hello again, this is Robinson Wells. Today we're going to be talking about agoraphobia. Agoraphobia is a social anxiety disorder that I suffer from, one of my many mental illnesses. There are lots of different ways that uh, agoraphobia can develop. Uh, I have read several in preparation for this episode. My thought after reading all of those was that my agoraphobia is most definitely linked to panic disorder and is categorized as a social anxiety disorder. Um, Other examples of it, or other causes of agoraphobia, are things like substance related. You can get agoraphobia based on the medicine that you're taking, or even alcohol. You can get agoraphobia. There is evolutionary theory, psych, evolutionary psychology, which I'm fascinated by. I love evolutionary psychology, but the reason that I go back to uh, it being a social anxiety for me is because it was the second illness that I got right after I got panic disorder. I got panic disorder, which is kind of the queen mother of anxiety disorders. That's not true because OCD is an anxiety disorder. But panic disorder is pretty bad. Um, Panic disorder is basically your fight or flight response is always kicked on and is always in the flight uh, um, position. So I had panic disorder, and then it led to agoraphobia. So, what is agoraphobia? A lot of people say, oh, agoraphobia, I've heard of that before. It is fear of open spaces. And yes, fear of open spaces is part of agoraphobia. And a lot of people say, "Oh no, that's the fear of crowds." And yes, fear of crowds is part of it. Agoraphobia, strictly defined, um, is essentially the fear of having a panic attack. So any and everything can fit into agoraphobia. Um, in my case, my agoraphobia, I've had panic disorder and agoraphobia for about 7 years now, and and I'm able to nail down the agoraphobia pretty well in that time frame. My agoraphobia started shortly after my panic disorder, and it is related in large part to church attendance. For some reason, I can do a lot of things and I can go a lot of places, but one of the hardest things that I have to do is go to church. Um, I could go to freaking 3 days of Comic Con uh, as a panelist and speaker, and yet 3 hours of church on a Sunday just wipes me out. I mean, 3 days of Comic Con will destroy me as well. But every Saturday night, in anticipation of going to church the next morning, I will get uh, agoraphobia problems, which will 9 times out of 10 turn into panic attacks. That is the problem with agoraphobia, is that it starts out as a fear of I'm it is a fear of a fear that I'm going to have. I am afraid that tomorrow I am going to be afraid, and so I'll have a panic attack now just in anticipation. It's a stupid, stupid mental illness. Not that there are a lot of great mental illnesses, but agoraphobia is one of the dumber ones. Um, uh, that's about all that I have to say about agoraphobia. It is an unpleasant, uh, recurring problem that I have yet to kick in the butt, um, despite the fact that I am getting healthier in almost everything, um, in almost every way. Agoraphobia continues to cause me problems. Um, so, anyway, that is agoraphobia for you. It is the fear of having a panic attack, the fear of having fear in the future. So, anyway, thanks for listening, and I will see you next week.